Hi, everybody. Welcome to Square It Up. I'm Bill Swinford.
And I'm Monica Daniels.
Hey, don't talk with your mouth full.
And I'm Tom Mann, with not having a mouthful compared to the other two.
We are eating on our podcast. Look, we have Sonic Food. Sonic is not a sponsor. I want to stress that. They're not a sponsor. They could be a sponsor. Sonic, Mr. Sonic, get a hold of us. But and we could eat on the podcast every week. But right now, we're just eating out of necessity because it's been a busy day.
Yeah, we're working hard, having a lot of appointments, and celebrating Heron's 125th anniversary.
There's that going on this week. Next week, we're celebrating the Salukis in Southern Illinois University. We're going to talk about that today. We're going to talk about what this is and
It's a stimulant. Remember, it's a stimulant.
it's a stimulant. Yeah. So
Gift
we'll talk
from my
about
wife,
what that
yes.
means. And but start us off, Monica. Hey, listen, we really apologize. We normally don't want to record when Monica's eating, but it's getting harder and harder to find a time when she's. Oh, never mind. Let's just.
When I'm not eating, or because I never have time to eat. So you're like,
Oh, yeah.
eat while we're filming, which is a really.
You did. You're going to stop.
Can you just?
It was a good look.
I think it's a bad idea. Let's do a poll.
I'm gonna no. Okay, I'll eat. She won't eat. Okay, and really, when you look at the two of us, who do you think is the one that's always eating? It's me, and I'm going to eat my hot dog, my all-American dog from Sonic. Again, not a sponsor, but they could be. And but let's before we get any further, let's shout out our sponsor, Watermark Auto Group, continuing to sponsor everything that the Swinford Media Group does. I talked to those guys just this week, had a chance to express our appreciation for everything that they do, and they keep us going. And this is one of those things, squared up. Don't let me forget to mention something else about the square and kind of this image in particular before we get off. Tom, don't let me forget.
I won't let you forget.
It's not a high priority, low
right.
priority right now, but high priority. Before we talk about next week, tell us about this week. You had some experiences today in Heron.
Yeah, so today the mayor gave a proclamation at the city hall, Mayor Frattini. It was a nice turnout. There was cookies and punch and a speech celebrating the 125th year anniversary. And then later on, we hopped on over to the local Catholic church, OLMC.
Our Lady of Mount Carmel.
Our Lady of Mount Carmel Church. And we had a tree planting ceremony. At the same time, the sister city over in Italy was online with us as we planted
Cuggiano, Italy.
Cuggiano, Italy, where it's more of a mother city because so many Heron residents actually came from that city to Heron and settled. So they're more of a mother city. But we
we were fascinated to hear. I made it for the tree planting. We were fascinated to hear that Cuggiano, Italy, has a Heron Street.
Sure do.
Really?
Yeah, because of this partnership that they have. They have the same sign at the entrance to the city that Heron has at its city limits, and so it's kind of cool to have that going on way over.
And today we planted a red oak. And so did Italy. Cuggiano, Italy planted a red oak as well. Yeah.
Good stuff. And then tomorrow night, we talked about this a little bit on the last podcast too, and it hasn't happened yet. As far as tomorrow night goes, we're going to go to the Civic Center and watch a couple of old movies about Heron.
Yeah.
We'll look forward to that. So we'll tell you more about that on our next podcast.
Yeah, you've seen those movies before, and I have not. So.
Yes, I have, but it's been a while for me. It's been a long time. I can remember I grew up in Heron. I grew up attending the First Christian Church in Heron. We had a couple of folks, including a Ruth Heron, who had been a teacher in the Heron School District, related directly to the Herons that were part of the founding of the town. And we had some Stotlers, some other folks that had deep roots in Heron. And I can remember probably for our 100th year, no, let me think, the 75th year, there was a big blowout in Heron. And I think we showed those movies in our fellowship hall. Oh. And it may have been that long ago since I've seen one or the other of them.
Okay.
I'm sure they're also available on YouTube if you'd like to look for those. They are kind of cool. Heron has had a lot of stuff going on through the years, as we've mentioned before.
Before you move on to another subject,
Sure.
as I mentioned, those who are listening right now and you're not watching, if you've been hearing some crunching sounds and some kind of smacking sounds, that is actually Bill. The whole time Monica was talking and doing a great job, Monica. Bill's been smacking, so it's okay. We just want to do that, let people know what's going on here, especially if you're not seeing what's happening. Right now, we're showing an instant replay.
He's such a
of
scene
Bill.
stealer, right?
Yeah.
I'm not smacking that loudly.
No, well, you sound like you're serious about it,
Some people might like that sound.
and that smells really good. I'm sitting over
It's
here.
almost gone, Tom. Sorry.
Oh gosh.
Hey, let's
exciting.
head back to the square.
Okay, back to the square.
Let's head back to the square. We're still not going to talk about the thing I was going to talk about, but I'll talk about this. When I got to the office this morning, Marion's Mayor Absher was out in the center of the square, and there are often American flags flying from different posts around the square. And there's one on what is the south side of the square that had gotten snagged in a tree, and he was trying his best to try to unsnag that thing, and it had gotten hung up in there and couldn't quite get it. Mayor Absher, not the tallest man you'll meet, and he couldn't quite get there. I could reach it, but I couldn't cut it, so that we called in the street department to take care of
To
it.
fix it, yeah.
Yeah, but we got in a conversation about a couple possibilities of things that we'd like to be a part of as the Swinford Media Group. You know, we are located on the northeast corner of the square. If you don't know where our offices are, look for the green awning that we're soon going to paint black.
Yeah, you can point at it right there, right?
That's it.
That's it, right up there.
That's
Yes.
it. Right next to Tower Square Pizza, the original Marion, probably not the original Marion City Hall, but a longtime Marion City Hall, now Tower Square Pizza. This over here was the most recent Marion City Hall, being turned into a microbrewery by the Route 51 microbrewery folks or brewery folks. And then City Hall currently over here, what was formerly First Southern Bank, and before that, the Bank of Marion. First Southern Bank still has a drive-through in it. So yeah, there's just an update. The good old building, of course, has been completely redone. And Grady Puckett's is in there, as well as
Milkweed Provisions.
Milkweed Provisions.
And they've got a project going on in the basement. Do you remember that?
Yeah, there is a so if you go down that sidewalk there, you'll see a little entrance into the basement. Those that have been around here, Marion for a long time can remember where there used to be some really nice restaurants that operated out of the basement, and we're bringing that back too. And that's Jeff Mayer, the owner of that building and the owner of Marion Toyota. Jeff is really investing in the downtown. Recently redid another one of the buildings. Of course, you got Little Nashville here. Aaron Smith's the owner, and our friend B.W. Bruce runs his financial advising business over there. This is the Salvation Army. John Brown's back there. Fox's. I'm just giving you the
The whole tour, yeah.
Yeah, Fox's sports cards and memorabilia, and then over here you've got the new Seasoning Bistro.
Yeah.
You've got
Civic Center.
The Heron Civic Center.
the Marion Civic
Marion
Center.
Civic Center.
This
Yes.
is Marion. That'd be funny if they had the Heron Civic Center.
They could switch those every once in a
Yeah,
while.
the Marion Cultural and Civic Center, Seasoning Bistro, Katie Fowler's Place, Lavish, Bath Box, and then the Little Egypt Arts Association. There are a few other businesses out and around and off the square that are also worth visiting. Come see us on the square. It's a beautiful time of year to do it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Fountains are going. You love the fountains.
I love the fountains. So serene and calming to sit by the fountains and have some lunch or chat with a friend.
Yeah.
Take your coffee from Crown Brew over and sit down with a friend and talk.
And if you're not, there, you can always come here and just eat lunch anytime you want.
Yeah, this is a nice place to eat lunch too. Matter of fact, I'm finding there's some more food under here. I hope
That's Monica's. She has a big stash.
Don't put your foot in it.
I brought it for you to eat here during the podcast, not to eat after the
I'm
podcast.
not doing
All right, I'll try not to put my foot in it.
Just
You
saying
never
that.
know what might happen. Things to enjoy outside on the square. It's a beautiful time of year. We'll have our first Third Thursday event in May coming up downtown. We've got other things planned. we've told you about coming in also in May are our auditions on the third Thursday for the Southern Illinois Made Talent Show.
Right.
It's going to be happening right there in our building. And we'll continue to give you more information about that. We're getting ready to roll out some links and some places you can go and register and sign up for that. So watch for that.
You know your singers, send them our direction.
Mm-hmm.
Right? We'll sign up for that talent. Get them signed up for that talent show.
Right. Kind of finalizing how that's all going to work. And I believe we have a new judge that's entered the mix, but I can't say who that is yet because it's not confirmed.
Okay.
But somebody from outside of Williamson County.
Oh.
But somebody that I know, and I think she'll be great. If she says yes. All that being said, we have some fun coming up next week. We get to host a red carpet again.
Yeah, we do. And so this is the third Saluki Ball.
Third annual.
Third year. Yep, third annual. And we get to dress up again, hit the red carpet, do some interviews.
We'll go ahead and give Melise Formal Wear a thanks and a plug for the fact that she's dressing our men for this event. Did you get measured yet, Tom?
No, my measuring is probably going to be tomorrow now.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Good. Me too. I have not yet gotten measured.
Oh, good. Okay, I'm glad. So, okay, good. That makes me feel
You're
better.
not the only one.
Yeah, okay, all right. There we go.
But Aaron has got his suit measured. He told me he's wearing a maroon bow tie, I believe, with his suit.
All right.
So that's our update on that's what we're wearing. But you'll see a lot of people if you watch. So tell everybody when this is. I'll let you guys take this.
Yeah, so the third annual Saluki Ball will be Saturday, April 26th at the SIU Center, Student Center in the ballrooms in Carbondale. So this is the first time we get to have this celebration here in Carbondale. The first two Saluki Balls were actually hosted in Chicago, and more than 40,000 SIU alumni attended. So we are really looking forward to that. Do you
Yeah.
have anything to add, Tom?
Well, that's a bunch of folks. The alumni sure showed up. It's kind of interesting. What I didn't realize, because we were talking about that when you were talking about when we were there the other day, that they were in Chicago, and how many alumni are in Chicago and make a big difference. So they're doing it here this time. So we'd like to really make that work well. The cool thing is that the funding and what it funds and the people that it takes care of, which got to get a little glimpse of it. And it really helps. Like probably I would have been in this situation many, many years ago, but especially some students who don't have the ability to either continue the schooling or had to put it on hold for finances and other reasons. And that's one of the reasons doing that. It's like the Bridge the Gap Scholarship Fund.
Yeah.
That's the big deal. So it's interesting how that's done.
So it's not just the
A dress
ball.
up thing. It's
Yeah,
not just
it's also a fundraiser event.
a foo-foo thing or a frou-frou. What do you call it? That's not what it's all about. It's really to help.
I believe the definition is frou-frou.
Frou-frou? It is frou-frou, not foo-foo, but frou-frou. Okay. All right. Yeah. That's what it's not.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of things going on with
It
this.
should be a great night. I'm looking forward to it.
So there's in addition to the good cause
Yeah.
and the frou-frou, there is a popular 90s group that's going to be performing that night, Expose.
Is it 90s group or is it 80? Aren't they 80s?
Well, maybe they're more 80s.
I think they're
don't
80s.
know. It must have been late 80s. But I do remember the song. That they hit huge big with. See if
Right.
you remember the song.
Okay.
Seasons change, people change. That's all I got.
Oh, yeah. I remember that one.
What song was that?
I could
It's an
play-
80s. That's 80s.
What song is that?
Yeah.
It's Seasons
That's
Change.
the title of the song.
Yeah. What song is that?
Maybe we can practice on
Here.
that for the Squared Up Singers next time.
Hey, wait a minute. As soon as I get through this.
Hey,
this
maybe we could back
YouTube
them up
commercial,
during
I'll
this
play it for
thing.
you.
How about that?
Yeah. Let's do
Yeah,
it.
that'd be great.
Oh, yeah. People would be calling for that.
Yeah, they would be. It'd be great.
So
Expose.
that gives
Wow.
us a lot of things to look forward to with the Saluki Ball.
So we're gonna have some awards.
So again,
too.
one thing, the name of the song is Feelings Change. not seasons change.
No, seasons change.
Seasons change.
Seasons change and feelings change is part of the lyrics, and people change.
Okay, so it's all
These
in
are the
there.
three
Yeah.
things that change, but the only thing in the title is seasons change.
Seasons change. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, we got that squared out.
I think we all
Squared
all
up.
of us
Squared up.
that's squared up.
That's squared
I think all of us that have lived as long as the three of us have, combined age, we don't even want to talk about it. I think, don't even think of that number. Wow, how much life experience we have right here in this room.
Yeah.
It's a
Getting
lot.
close to 200 years at this point.
Really?
What?
It's a bicentennial
Yeah.
Let's see.
life experience.
You think about it.
Okay, so Tom and I combined,
We're
have-
getting close to 120 years
we're
right
about
there.
120, and so if we're close to 200, that means what? Are you like 80? You must be like 80 for him to say
Let's
that.
subtract several years from Monica.
Okay. Well,
And I found out
maybe
she's not 28.
We got a
What do
ways
you
to go to
think?
get to 200 still, but
Yeah.
even so, I think we can all agree that in life, seasons change,
Yeah.
people
they do.
change, feelings change,
It's true. All those
It
things.
happens.
and then you write a song about it.
Yeah.
So, any other talking points or anything else?
Yeah,
from
we have.
the Saluki Ball.
So there's also going to be some Lifetime Achievement Awards is going to go to 2 alumni. And they're also going to be recognizing students with a Saluki Success Award. There's going to be the presenting sponsors is the Honorable Glenn and Mrs. Joe Pashard.
Oh, the Pachards.
Yeah.
Love them.
Our cocktail hour sponsor is going to be Moneta. Did I pronounce Moneta?
Sounds right.
The decoration sponsors are Dr. Philip and Pamela Pfeffer.
Pfeiffer?
Pfeiffer?
Is that Pfeffer? Pfeiffer?
PF.
Pffer.
Oh,
So
PF.
Pfeffer.
oh, Pfeffer. That could be Pfeffer.
Pfeffer? Yeah, there we go.
We're sorry. Look. We want to. If we're pronouncing your name wrong, please come introduce yourself to us when we are
We'll
doing the red carpet.
interview.
We got a lot of folks to meet when we do the Saluki Ball.
The Saluki Silver Table sponsors will be the Southern Illinois Healthcare and SIU Credit Union.
There you go.
Yeah. So you can buy tickets or become a sponsor at salukiball.siu.edu and help to bridge the gap for students, make a lasting impact. And it's going to be a celebration of purpose, pride, and possibility. So we look
Awesome.
forward to this moment.
That's
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah.
And in our role, we're going to be doing the maroon carpet interviews and live stream
Oh
coverage.
yeah, I guess it is maroon carpet. I keep saying
It
red
is.
carpet, but
No, it's maroon,
yeah,
they
that
say.
makes sense. Sure.
Saluki Maroon.
So we're going to be doing that, and we'll be talking with different people.
So if you're coming, please
Yeah.
come talk to us and
and learning how to pronounce sponsors and things like that. That'll all be taking place at that moment. We'll have it all down at that point.
we'll ask you. Okay, so had a couple of people, including our friend Melise, who's still good enough to provide the formal wear for us. Yet, however, she said after the live stream that we did of the red carpet at the Red Rose Gala. Is it, no, not Red Rose Gala.
No, hospice.
No,
Hospice
hospice
Gala.
Gala,
There used to be
yes.
a thing called the Red Rose Gala. The Hospice Gala.
That Melise is part of, yes.
That Melise is part of. She works a hospice, and we drug her on camera, and then we asked her the question, like, "What's your favorite love song?"
Yeah.
And she was saying, "Next time you do this, give people just a minute to think before you drag on the camera." So we'll try to do that. We'll have questions for you, Monica. We'll come up with a question.
It's a harder
or two.
question than what's your favorite love song? Like so many people were stumped.
I remember-
really had to think about
I
it.
remember talking about that on here, and we started asking the question, but we were still like thinking, I don't know.
Mine's easy. It's
That's what
one
I did.
word. Can you guess
yeah.
what it is? If.
If is that what you told us before? I don't feel like that's
I
what
don't
you
know.
told us before.
I may have told you something different. I
I
just
thought
wrote
you were
that.
one of the love stinks people.
No, that's not me. No, I do like
I think that was Aaron Price.
No, it wasn't Aaron Price. Well, it could have been Aaron Price.
No.
But somebody else did that kind of surprised me. And I think
Aaron Smith.
it was John Holst,
Was it
Reverend
John
John Holst.
be Reverend. It would
It was either Love Stinks or Love Hurts or Love
Hurts.
Love's a Drag, or there's a lot of songs that, written by people that had been jolted. But I'm sure he doesn't, I'm sure that's not talking about his current relationship,
Right.
his long-time marriage to his
Probably.
lovely wife.
Yeah.
I'm sure but it's, I laughed when he said that. Okay. Love Hurts. No.
Love Hurts. No, that's a different one. Which I thought the name of that song was Laverne when I was a kid. I had no idea it was Love Hurts.
Laverne.
Laverne. And I was,
to the pure, all things are pure, right?
That's true. That's true. So, I had no idea.
He had not yet learned. He was so young. He had not yet learned.
Yeah.
Love Hurts.
Did you watch Laverne and Shirley when you were little?
Yes, I did. So I thought man had
Mazel, Reverend Incorporated, whatever that is.
But anything you can think of, anything Bread,
Austin Pfeffer.
the group Bread, great songs, great love songs. Never anymore.
Man.
No, if a picture paints
If
a
a
thousand
picture
words.
paints 1,000 words, then why can't I paint you?
Oh, I know that song. Yeah,
Tomorrow and Today. Yeah, that whole thing. Yeah.
it's a very pretty song.
That guy, who's that guy? Who's the Bread lead singer?
David Gates.
Oh, what a voice he has.
Yeah.
He's still with us.
Yeah.
Doesn't sing as much as he used to, but he sings beautifully.
Yeah.
Also sang The Goodbye Girl.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's kind of on his solo career. I think most of these songs that we're mentioning came out the year you were born, around
Well, that explains
72-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Dan Fogelberg, he has some great tunes. There's a lot of those songs that go way back.
Well, Dan Fogelberg had some great tunes, but my favorite is when he wrote about his dad, leader of the band.
Nah, that's true. Yeah.
Leader of the band. Wow, I didn't know I could sing so much.
And he dies.
Leader of the band is tired.
And
His eyes are growing old. His blood runs through my instrument. Like
Song is in my soul.
That's a pretty song. You guys
I'm
just
like, Tom and I should
put
go
together a playlist.
Go on the road. We could do requests and sing I could sing the first
Old guys songs.
first line and a half of every song ever written, and that's about all I got.
We could do a senior night, old guys songs. That's what we'll do.
Old guys singing
But
old songs.
I think a lot of these songs are timeless.
Yeah.
And there's probably a lot of people that have not been introduced to them yet that
true.
would enjoy them just as much as when they first rolled out in that generation.
That's true.
So
As long as we don't sing
anything.
them.
you should put together a playlist to
Well,
reintroduce these songs to the world before they're forgotten.
what I have found is that as you grow older, even the songs you didn't necessarily care for in your youth, you grow an appreciation for
Yeah.
just because music just spurs a feeling in you that makes you feel young again.
One old song that kind of hit me that I just heard probably within the past year or so was Clouds by Joni Mitchell. And she actually did that in her 20s. But if you think of it as, coming back and revisiting that song as someone in your 50s or 60s and what a deeper impact that is, and how it means
Sing a
so
little bit
much
of
more.
that for those that don't know. Look at life from both sides.
Look at life from both sides now.
There it is.
Oh, that was a really good song.
Yeah.
The
Up
sun
and
down.
down.
And still somehow
I found that love is dun, dun, dun.
life's reflections I recall. I really don't know clouds at all.
Really don't
good.
know clouds at all. Yeah.
I used to think that song was Clowns.
What is it?
But we've done this before where we talk about how we misunderstood.
No. I
It
had
is-
It's not clowns, it's clouds.
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 I think you
thought it
got,
was
Yeah.
you got that right. But that's what I thought it was years ago. I just sung Clowns. That was a cute song about clowns when I was younger.
I love that line about the Ferris
I
wheel.
really don't know clowns at all.
Don't know clouds.
Well, it sounds like it could,
If I had known we were going to be singing this, I would have had the lyrics pulled up.
That's okay. Hey, before we talk about this supposedly loaded Easter egg candy that Tom's got for us, I want to tell you something exciting that we're getting ready to roll out. Watch for this. The Swinford Media Group's about to have merch, our first merch.
That is exciting.
We haven't had merch before unless we were wearing it ourselves. And then it was very short order merch. Aaron Price, who you will see representing us out in the community, he's great at the merch. He's got a Swinford Media hat, Swinford Media shirts, Swinford Media jacket, Swinford Media on his vehicle, all of these things. But we've never gotten the merch. So I got a little Swinford Media Group bumper sticker, a very small one on the back of my car, just very small. But Ross, my son,
You don't know me.
yeah,
Wasn't me.
right, that's the thing. But Ross Ross, my youngest son, who works with us as well as other places, has created some T-shirt designs,
Fun.
mostly focused around being on the square.
Oh, wow.
One that says "squared up" in particular.
Really?
It looks really great. And
Wow.
It's kind of got a nice overhead shot of the square. And so watch for those, and we'll be wearing them on here. He's asked us to model them when we're ready to roll these out, so we can model the squared up shirt and
Okay.
have this as part of our marketing campaign.
So if Taylor Swift has her Swifties, are we gonna have our Swinfies?
Swinfies. It's
Well,
time. It's time to
Squaries or
have.
Swinfies?
It's time to have the Swinfies. Swinfies will now have merch, and we will. And should we sell them for the same price Taylor Swift sells her merch? Because man, we will get rich fast.
Didn't try.
Not as rich as Taylor Swift though.
And you get a chance to see, Aaron on the 3rd annual Saluki Ball.
Aaron
He'll
will
be
be
the skinny guy standing next to Bill and I. That's how you can identify him.
Yeah, his
He's
side
the
is,
Ben Pole
his side,
look.
his
Bean
side,
pole.
his size suit will be
One,
half the size of mine.
yeah,
Maybe
and same here.
maybe even fourth. But he's so good at that, and he's also technically proficient. Does a lot of live streaming. He live streamed today from at Heron, didn't he?
He sure did.
He live streamed both at City Hall and out at Our Lady Mount Carmel, and he's really good at getting around. Too, I was at a announcement today for a candidate for a new candidate for the Williamson County sheriff. We have an election, believe it or not, another election coming up next year, and this time next year there'll be a primary for some offices locally, including county sheriff. So there will be a Republican challenger for our current Republican incumbent, and we'll tell you more about that on our. You can go check that on our WFCN social media, or by the time you see this, it might be out in print in our publications, and so watch for that. I love it. We talked about this just recently. I love it when people enter the fray, jump in, decide to get involved. We have contested races, and people are just entering the. And this gentleman, who we'll tell you more about soon, was very, very well spoken, very classy. He's going to run a classy campaign. Said he was entering the election now because he was encouraged to get into the Heron Fest parade, because the Heron Fest parade is a very popular parade,
Right.
and that's coming up in May.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's another thing we'll be talking about very soon, and informing you all about that. All right, Tom, what do we got here?
I don't know. My wife, we have a bunch of our grandkids that are coming here, and she spent an awful lot of money on candy and stuff. And then there were a lot of leftovers. And the thing was, we found that to be kind of like your gum. It's a stimulant. We thought it might help you. And it's I don't know what it is, but we've had enough of things like that. So would like to share the joy.
Well, 100 calories in this.
Is it made in China?
It's a little bunny rabbit.
It says right there, made in China.
Does it?
Big and bold. So better get them now while you still can.
Still can. Hadn't been tariffed yet.
Yeah. Most of these ingredients are foreign to me. This is made in China. A lot of artificial coloring.
Yeah, that's always good for you.
Got your corn syrup and sugar. You know how great that
That's
is
right.
for you.
Yeah, yeah.
Gelatin.
Gelatin.
Oh,
Water.
potassium. That's
Okay, there's something.
See, there's something in there that's healthy.
How about malic acid? That
That sounds good. That's good for your teeth, probably.
sorbate, which is a preservative. Titanium dioxide.
Oh my goodness! Really?
Wow, there is some crazy. It's a good thing we are eating these instead of the children, because
true.
the children need to.
it would not
Our
be.
bodies are used to
Children
it.
need
We're
to
eating
get
these
a.
instead of the children. Yeah, eating children is bad.
That's true.
No, I'm a proponent of eating candy and not children. Children, get plenty of candy, and this looks like it'll stunt somebody's growth.
Yeah, the thing is, what's good about that? Hopefully, some of this stuff may change soon. So this is your last opportunity to.
I'm sticking with my candy cigarettes.
Yeah, well, that's true.
Actually, I'll take this with me, and I'm sure I'll grab it in a moment of desperation. Probably before the day's over.
Midnight snack.
Almost as good as that gum you had last week. So,
Oh yeah. All right. Well, we got places to go, people to see.
So that third annual Saluki Ball coming up Saturday, April 26th.
Yeah,
So join us for that, the live stream.
Honestly, if you haven't gotten your tickets yet, you probably still got time to get in there. If not, then watch our live stream. We'll have it shared out on at least WFCN, potentially some others. And that I think will kick off about 5:30 on Friday, Saturday,
April
thank you.
26th. Yeah.
April 26th. Yeah. So that's probably coming up just a few days from when you're seeing this. Watch along with us. Check out what Monica's wearing. You haven't settled quite on that yet. You're still considering it. So you'll want to check that out. Check out what everybody else is wearing. And we'll be sure and tell you all about it next chance we get. Okay,
that's good.
Sounds good.
Sounds great. I think we did good here.
Okay,
I
Monica, here.
Sure, you guys have finished your eating. Monica, you can continue on. And
you're done talking.
Yeah, can we say, or should we say goodbye to everyone? Thank you for joining us on Squared Up, and we will see you next time.
She's signing us off. Bye, everybody.
Bye.